Welcome to the Accelerated Real Estate Investor Podcast with Josh Cantwell. If you're looking to retire early with forever passive income, you're in the right place. This podcast is the go-to destination for real estate investors, both active and passive, and multifamily apartment investors, new, intermediate, and advanced. Now, sit back, listen, learn, and accelerate your business, your life, and your investing with the Accelerated Real Estate Investor Podcast.
So hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Accelerated Real Estate Investor. I'm so excited to be with you. Today it's just me, just a solo cast. Thanks for engaging with me, sharing with me. I love doing this. I love sharing ideas and strategies with really smart people who take this information and go use it in the real world to make hay, to chase their dreams, to create entrepreneurship and just innovate and do new things. I just love it. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to come inside your head, inside your car, wherever you're at listening to this. Thank you for the opportunity. What I want to do today is give you some insight into just what we did this week. We had an amazing week, an amazing week of things that we accomplished. So let's jump in. So here's what I typically do with my week to give you guys some structure. So I used to go to a conference and a mentor called Dan Sullivan, strategic coach. Actually, one of my companies is called Strategic Real Estate Coach, sort of named after Dan's company, Strategic Coach. And, when I was younger, I learned about Dan's system of what he called the free day, focus day, and buffer day strategy. He also called it the personal economic system. And Dan's strategy is that you take an entrepreneur like me, like you, and you frame up your week into three parts. Free days, which again are total free days. You don't do anything for work. You just enjoy your life. You shut off your phone, you shut off your email, you shut off your text message, you do nothing for work. That's a free day. Often on free days is when I get my best ideas and I think and I come up with just amazing ideas because my brain is free to flow and think and be happy. And when I'm in my joy and I'm in my life and I'm enjoying my family, my friends, my wife, my kids, people that I love, I get my best ideas. They just kind of pop into my brain. I think it was Bill Phillips from EAS, Sports Nutrition and Body for Life, who said, hey, I've never had a great idea by actually thinking about it. I'm just kind of in the joy of my day. My brain is free to think and the great ideas just kind of slide in there. And you're like, oh my God, that's awesome. I got a great idea. And I wasn't even thinking about it. So, for me, I took Dan Sullivan's personal economic system and I take these free days very seriously. Many people bleed all their free days and all their focus days and all of their buffer days all together, and they never have any time to think. So for me, of course, Saturdays, Sundays, evenings are free days. I also love to drive in my car because I don't get on the phone. I just listen to podcasts. I listen to audiobooks and I think. Such an important part of my life. Well, my buffer days then are usually Monday and Friday. Monday and Friday is when I have a lot of meetings and podcasts. And so this past Monday, again, I had my meeting for Freeland Properties, went through all of our property management stuff. So how many units do we have? How many units paid? How many collections did we get? Are there any evictions? What's going on with maintenance tickets? What's going on with our capital improvements and CapEx? We cover all that on Monday. Then I jumped into another meeting where we're talking about our loan loss reserve. So we've got two funds that we're winding down and we have a reserve set aside for any kind of losses. So we had a conversation around that. Then we jumped into our marketing for the week. And a big thing that I'm playing with in my business is all the way since 2006, I've done live events. I've done live events with Donald Trump Jr., Kevin O'Leary, Barbara Corcoran, Jack Canfield. I've done live events with Dr. Peter Linneman, who's the founding professor of the Wharton School of Real Estate at the University of Pennsylvania. Did all these amazing live events. I haven't done a live event for 2 years. So we're really kind of been going back and forth. And this is a multi-million-dollar decision. Probably over the course of the next 10 years could be $1 billion decision for us, whether we're going to do live events or not. And what I mean by that is that I do live events in order to have a mastermind group and the mastermind group in order to do deals with those members. So we haven't done a mastermind in 2 years, primarily because of COVID, and I was just kind of burned out on these events. But now I'm ready to do these events again. But, I just closed a 552 unit, $100 million deal in Houston with a friend of a friend that we closed this deal with, right? A joint venture partner. So my whole idea for masterminds is simply to create more relationships, more networking, more deal flow in order to do more deals. And so over the next 10 years, that's easily $1 billion decision for us with the deals that we're buying and acquiring. And so all week, this week has been a total mind F, if you will, trying to figure out, are we going to do these events or not? What's the structure going to be? What's the pricing going to be? What's the purpose? What's the reason? Are we going to, we doing this for deal flow? Are we doing this to raise capital? Are we doing this to create community? What's the best way to do it? And I've gone back and forth. I've wavered back and forth for months on this because I know it's a massive decision. Once you get into it, you don't really want to get out of it. So you have to be very strategic about getting into it. So spend a lot of time on that. Tuesday, I went and visited some of my single family rentals because we're getting them all ready to sell. I only have about 10 or 15 of them left. Duplexes, quads, single family homes. We're getting them all ready to sell because the market is so hot. Matter of fact, I just came out with a podcast with my buddy Darren Bloomquist, who's the VP of market economics at auction.com, talking about why prices are up 16% in the residential single family space. Prices are up 16% in the middle of a pandemic. You know why? Interest rates are low. There was a 19% decrease in interest rates. Wages are up 5%, so people are making more money. The inventory of single family homes is down to 1 million total properties on the market. It's the lowest that there's ever been, according to the National Association of Realtors. And people have stimulus dollars in their hands. So there's all these levers being pulled that are all in favor that make real estate very bullish. Okay. So we did that. Then on Wednesday, I spent time at a 54 unit that we're buying. So this is amazing, right? So we got a 54 unit under contract back in December 2020. The seller agreed to deliver us the property with 54 units that were 34 of them were improved on an improved condition. So we're going to get 20 units that are in classic condition and 34 of them that are in upgraded, modernized condition. Well, unfortunately, the seller, his dad died from complications, including COVID. His father-in-law had health problems, including COVID. They both passed away, so he fell behind. Well, we did an inspection back in February, and we were really disappointed with the results, like of how much progress he had made, because he's got to deliver us 34 improved units. Well, we decided to schedule this next inspection, and he said, hey, we're going to be done. We're going to have all 34 units completed. I promise they'll be done. And sure enough, we went Wednesday, and oh my God, they're all done, and they're all done really, really well, okay? The carpet's new, the LVP is new. There's some vinyl flooring in the bathroom. I don't really care about that. The fixtures are new. The trim looks good. The bathrooms look good. The cabinets are painted. There's new countertops. There's new appliances, all the switches, the outlets, the baseboard heating, the air conditioners, everything's done and new. So we're buying this property for $2.45 million. And our focus is just going to be leasing. We're going to lease up those 34 units as fast as possible. Lease up. And then we're going to refinance and keep, or we could sell it, make $1 million just by leasing it up. It's easily going to be we're buying it for 2.45. It appraised at 3.2 million in its as is condition. Okay, so we're adding $800,000 to our balance sheet, $800,000 to our net worth, doing nothing. Just buying the property at the right price. Relationships with a broker who brought us the deal. We're buying it at the right price.
My newest and most powerful real estate investing book, The Flip System, is now available. And for a limited time, you can grab your free copy at getflipsystem.com get.flip.com/podcast. Using the same proven principles, secrets, and investing strategies I'm sharing in this book, I've been able to personally close over 750 highly profitable real estate deals over the last 15 years, make over 400 private lender loans, raise over $30 million of private money, and acquire over 2,000 units of apartments. Get my newest book now for free for a limited time at getflipsystem.com/podcast. That's getflipsystem.com/podcast.
So just got the HUD one today. It closes next Friday. And when we buy it, we've only got to bring $500,000 to the table. We've already raised $900,000. That's going to go in the operating account. We're getting a bridge loan because we're going to buy it. We got some money in the bridge loan for rehab. They rolled all the closing costs into the loan because the appraisal came in high. Covers all the closing costs. And, it's just going to be a great deal. So Wednesday did that. Then I went to see my dad at the cemetery. You guys know my dad died back in November. And my mom and I, we didn't buy a headstone yet for his burial site. So just humor me here for a second. So I went to see my dad, prayed with my dad, and said hi. He's buried at Calvary Cemetery in Youngstown, Ohio, but there's no dirt, not the big mound of dirt anymore. It's flat, so there's no headstone there. So I just took a rock and took the dry ground and just carved my dad's name in the dirt. And the dirt's dry, so it's there. And I felt good that even though we didn't buy him a headstone yet because my mom is obviously still alive and she doesn't know what kind of headstone she wants for herself. She's going to be buried next door, so she's still thinking that through. But it was great to see my dad. Then I went to see my 93-year-old grandmother, Gigi Fran. And I got to tell you, this woman is in incredible health. She lives alone. She still drives. She's 93 years old. And one of the coolest things about her is she always said that the words shit, damn, and hell weren't swear words. And so, even my kids who are 12, 11, and 9, they know that Gigi Fran said shit, damn, and hell aren't swear words. So they don't swear. They don't say those things. But it's kind of a joke in our family because that's how I grew up with Gigi Fran. So then on Thursday, I recorded 4 podcasts. I went out to our new 220 unit that we just bought. I met with a new contractor who's hopefully going to do some unit turns there. We met with the property management team. We ordered the security doors. There's 20 buildings there, and we need the new security doors to make sure that the residents feel secure. A lot of the security doors are broken. They're easily just jimmy open and access. It's not good. It's not safe for the residents. So we got all new security doors ordered. The security doors were $1,750 each. And so we ordered those times 20. It's about $35,000 to secure the units. And now I also talked to a roofer who's going to go give us quotes to fix the roofs. That same guy also owns an asphalt paving company. He's going to give us a quote to seal and stripe the driveway. I've got a landscaper going there. I actually had a landscaper go there to cut the grass and edge and trim, clean up the bricks and sticks that were laying all over the property. So that looks good. I got another landscaper going there to do a hardscape in the front of the building to build like a brick facade around the flagpole. That's going to be amazing. And then we've got another landscaper, separate landscaper going there to dig out the mulch beds to spray for weeds and put mulch down and flowers. All amazing stuff. And I talked to a new private investor that's got about $150,000 to $200,000, is ready to invest in one of our deals. Then I had a meeting this morning with my team to talk about this mastermind. I recorded 3 more podcasts, actually 5 new podcasts today. Held a coaching call for my coaching students to go through a deal. And tomorrow we're going to our camper on the lake to kind of open that up. My daughter has a prep course because she's going to be going to high school in 2 years. And so it's just been a super, super busy week. But it's been so fun. Like I didn't work more than 40 hours this week. I didn't work a 60 or an 80 hour week. It's just kind of a normal week for me. Fun, exciting. And we're going to be closing on and buying the 52 unit, the 54 unit next week and the week after. So we'll add 106 units to our portfolio in the next 2 weeks. We just bought a 220. We just bought a 552 unit. So what is that? 552 plus 220 is 772 plus 106. That's 878 units that we added in the last 2 months to our portfolio. And it's awesome. It's amazing because the cash flow, the equity, the acquisition fees it's creating and has created the lifestyle that most people dream about. So, you think about this whole thing of, working in the corporate world, saving, slaving 30 to 45 years, and then being free. As a pancreatic cancer survivor, my advice to you is just be free now. Just be free now. Because you just never know when your number is going to be called. You never know when you're going to end up in the hospital. You never know when someone's going to get sick. You're never going to know when you want to just go on vacation. I interviewed one of the guys this week, a guy named Dave Foster, who is going to be on the podcast. The episode's coming up here soon. And Dave basically said, look, we always wanted to raise our boys on a sailboat. So we bought a 53-foot sailboat and we raised our boys on a sailboat. And I thought, how simple, how cool is that you just bought the boat, moved your kids, sold your house, and raised your kids. He homeschooled his kids on a sailboat, traveled the world on the ocean and down in the Caribbean. And just, that's it. That's all you have to do is make that decision to say, I'm going to go do what I want when I want right now. I don't have to wait for permission. I don't have to wait for somebody else. I don't have to wait 35 years. I don't have to save a bunch of money. Just have to find a way. Sit down with a pen, a piece of paper, strategize, think about how you can make it happen right now. There's options, there's ways. You can do it now if you just try. Okay? So that's my weekend review. It's been an absolute crazy, awesome week, and I appreciate you letting me share it with you. If you are not subscribed yet to the podcast, make sure you hit the subscribe button on iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts, YouTube. If you're not a member of our Facebook group yet, go to Facebook, search Accelerated Real Estate Investor, join the Facebook group as soon as possible. Also, we're considering opening up this mastermind for other business owners, owner-operators, mobile home park investors, multifamily, self-storage, entrepreneurs. If that's something that you're interested in, just email my office, send us an email to support@freelandventures.com, or leave us a comment on our Facebook group, or comment in YouTube, iTunes, whatever. Let us know if you're a fit for that and if you want to join. It's not going to be free, but it is going to be awesome. So let us know if you're interested. All right. Otherwise, thanks for being here. Appreciate you sharing this with me and an opportunity for me to come into your life and share some of mine with you. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Hey, Josh here, and do you want to win a free Accelerated Investor t-shirt? All you have to do is give Accelerated Investor, our podcast, Accelerated Investor, a rating and a review on iTunes, okay? Do that now. Then send us a screenshot on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. What we're gonna do then is every week we're gonna pick our favorite rating and review, and we're gonna send that person a free t-shirt, and maybe, again, some other cool, fun stuff as well from Accelerated Investors. So, again, don't forget to take a screenshot. Leave a rating, review, take a screenshot, send it to us so we know exactly who you are. And then once a week, every week on the podcast, we will announce a new winner. Don't forget to take a screenshot and send it to us so we know exactly who you are. We'll announce a new winner every week.
You were just listening to the Accelerated Real Estate Investor Podcast with Josh Cantwell. If you enjoyed this episode and learned something new, help us build our community by leaving a review and 5-star rating on our iTunes podcast channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. To see passive investing opportunities, visit freelandventures.com/passive. To start your journey toward the lifestyle you've always dreamed of with multifamily apartments, apply for one-on-one coaching with Josh. at joshcantwellcoaching.com.